Hey guys, it's me, Joe, one further the Cyber Nerds, and I just want to tell you about Patreon really quickly. If you want to help us bring you better content every single day, go over to patreon.com/the Cyber Nerds and sign up. You can tell us what trailers to react to or what movies to review. See you there. Peace.
We are live. Raven, GS Joe, one third of the Cyber Nerds. Sam, the legend behind the cookie.
We are live.
Hey guys, I'm Joe, one third of the Cyber Nerds.
And I'm Raven, GS.
So Mr. Blitz Tech.
And we have a Patreon requested movie review. And this is the review of The First Purge. Alright, so I'm just going to jump straight into this whole thing. Alright, so basically this is The Third Purge. This film is a prequel depicting the origins of the first annual Purge. Do you get what I'm saying? So obviously this is the fourth movie in the Purge franchise. The last movie to come out before this was The Purge Anarchy.
I did not watch that one.
So yeah, like so the general premise of the movie is that these people think that if we start the Purge, that it will help America. America's overpopulated, resources are running down, and unemployment's at an all-time high. So what they're going to do is they're going to test the Purge in just the state of
Staten Island.
Staten Island, yeah, just in Staten Island. All right, but let me go through this. This is directed by Gerard McMurray, produced by Jason Blum, Michael Bay. It's a Blumhouse movie. This movie stars James DeMonaco, Yevan Noel, Lex Scott Davis, Yovan Wade, Muga or Muga. Someone in the comment section, that definitely sounds like a rapper or some sort.
Definitely a rapper, fam.
Lauren Levertz, Maurice Tomei, and Kevin Lax.
And you missed John Rambo.
Bro, please don't interrupt.
I
do my thing, please. Don't interrupt. Just allow it. Just allow it.
It just says John Rambo over there.
Allow it. Alright, cool. This movie was released July 4th, 2018. Alright, so, bruv, let's go, man.
Let's jump into the story.
What do we think of the general story, innit?
I like the general story. I like the premise that, obviously, like you're saying, America's having issues at the moment, so they want to start this experiment, and they want to start it in a certain place, but that's what they're trying to tell the public. But what's really happening is that they got a political agenda, exactly. So they're trying to start it in the projects. And for me, I was like, that's a good premise. Obviously, we don't know what the government's always thinking, but they're always saying there's one thing when they're trying to lead to another thing. And obviously, eventually, this is how it leads to the whole of America being like that. And it is about survival of the fittest, so to speak.
I mean, this is the story that makes us understand where this whole Purge thing came from. You know what I mean? When we first got the first movie, it was like, Purge? Well, it's just an excuse for people to start murdering each other. But no, there's a real reason, okay? Like you've mentioned, there's America is all-time low on everything. They've just elected this new president, and they're moving on forward with this story. And it's a solid story till it starts to go down the drain and they start kind of doing all sort of madness.
I'm going to disagree with you, yeah? So, in the first Purge movie, they actually explain the same thing they explain in this.
Yeah, they did.
That America's going down, like, they pretty much explain it exactly the same way, through the same videos and all of that stuff. But
we're here today with this story, like, how we actually started.
I think this story is very, very good, in it. The premise of the movie is very good. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're all agreed on the premise is good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about some of the acting in it.
I've got to mention that the Skeletor, he was one of the main guys that pulled me in right from the beginning. Like, his acting was on point, bruv. Like, these just on the madness straight from the get-go. And that was one of the main things that really captivated me going to this story right from the beginning. Along with the story, it was just like, boom, no time wasting. We're going in and we just have this character just delivering this crazy person. I don't know if he was just crazy or he was just acting up. trying to get away with what he does, but this man's performance right at the beginning was solid. And then, I don't know, for some reason, then he disappears in the movie. I don't know why. But, yeah, I liked him.
I think the majority of this acting in the movie is dead.
His one, or just in general?
General, and I'm going to touch on a few people in it.
Yeah.
So, I think Skeletor was, I hear what you're saying, he was the most interesting person, but he was acting in another movie. All his stuff was so over the top, he was in another movie, innit? That's the bruv. I'm not cool with that. Then I've got the two. See, like this.
We watched 2 movies.
I'm 50-50 on some of the acting,
Yeah.
So, what's her name? Lex Scott Davis, yeah? That's the main female lead, yeah? I felt like there was times, I felt like her and Yvonne No, yeah? That's the main guy and the main girl, yeah? I felt like these two did the best they could with what they was given, yeah? Right. But it was still kind of bad, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like it weren't terrible, but it wasn't really good, innit? So like there was at times I'm like, okay, I'm really feeling what your character's giving off, but at other times I was like, yeah, like I'm sorry, I don't know, like the person who wrote this part of the script and the person who wrote that part of the script might have been 2 different people.
It was definitely 2 movies. I mean, like we said from the beginning, it was just everything went. The way the story was guided through, it was just like, okay, here we have these characters, these people have different lives who, you know, they have their own roles in society, going through the notions of what's going on in the society. And that was okay until, and you could tell there was kind of like, it was starting to drift out. It was like, okay, you're taking a bit too long. And then as soon as that, they made that transition into, don't know what we're going to call it, like First Blood, Rambo, then everything else switched up. Her role, like you said, they made the most what they were given, but as characters, it wasn't consistent throughout the movie. It was just like, I watched 2 movies in it, and that's what I just got to take from the whole film.
For me, I do like Skeletor a lot. Like, he just stand out the most. Yeah, he was the most purge kind of character in the whole movie. That's probably why he stood out, because everyone else just seemed normal in it. Everyone just seemed like they were just playing the part. That's why he stood out for me. He was a bit of a psycho, decent guy, but then the main 2 roles, the main lead and the main female lead, like, I agree with Ravenway, is like, at the beginning part, they were believable, you know what they were doing in like their roles in society. One is doing what because like the project's made him.
Yeah, that's
Another
it.
one's like, I'm gonna do what the projects aren't trying to make me and like grow up. But then when things are actually happening, it's almost like you guys are falling into a trap anyway. Maybe because that's the script written that way. It's almost now I don't believe them as characters because of
it was just
how they developed. It was just the weirdest notions I've ever seen.
I think the best character in this movie, acting wise, is the actress who plays Dolores, the elderly black woman. Not elderly, but the older black woman who dropped all the one-liners, all of the jokes. That was that was probably the only redeeming thing about the whole acting in all of this movie. Like every time she came on screen, like
she was the same person.
Yeah, she was the same person. Yeah,
she was consistent.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? So that was that. Let's move on to production. Can I start with production?
Go on.
Production of this movie is terrible, isn't it? It's dead in that. Like,
can we go in?
I'm going in, fam. There's no consistency to anything in this movie. The way that the movie's edited in the first 10 minutes is not the way it's edited in the second 10 minutes, or even an hour later in the movie, fam. There's one scene of slow-mo that's like, why is there slow-mo here but not slow-mo here? There's some next part where it turns into some animated 300 type action scenes, but that never happens again, fam. Consistently, it was terrible. Like, I didn't know what was going, fam. It was a madness, bro.
Again, this movie is split in. It's completely 2 movies, literally 2 movies. Now, I felt with the production they cheated us because they were. We were given certain scenes where it's like, because obviously we already know what this movie's about, right? We know what's about to happen. We know what the events that are going to happen in the next 12 hours, right? But then there's certain scenes and the camera shot is right there. All you got to do is just deliver that punchline, and you just cheated us off that. Cheated off deaths, okay? the church. I was so infuriated. You cheated, man, off that. Like when they first show us that, I was like, oh, I see dead people. Then I just see, and you just like there were so many scenes that I felt that would have been really, really good, giving it to us, delivering it to us, rather than just long range shots and you kind of execute it very quickly. You know what I mean?
Or seeing it through CCTV.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like this is the kind of movie, and this was one of the things that I was really, really like right from the beginning. I was like, oh my god! And me and Joe were saying like we were spazzing. I was like, yeah, we're like spudding, like yeah, we're about to go in on this. And then when it came down to deliver that, you cheated at us, and I was so vexed. Yeah. And at the same time, the production side, you guys might have made this the most entertaining movie so far the year for me, because man was busting out laughing at some of the things we were watching. You know what I'm saying? Like this was like an animated movie, but just like with gore scenes. You know what I mean? Right at the beginning, you get that thriller sense of the movie. Then I don't know what I'm watching. Am I watching CCTV footage? Is it 300? Oh my god, is that Black Rambo? I don't know. Like it was just like fam, it was just too much, like to the point where man is just laughing uncontrollably. And if you were sitting next to me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude to spoil the movie, but this was just hilarious in it. Like that's what I gotta say about this. Madness.
So the budget on this movie like really does show. Like obviously, like Raven said, I do agree. Like the beginning of the movie was very suspenseful. You didn't know what was going to happen. You don't know how the purge is going to go down. But when stuff really does start going down, it's like either it's not making sense or it doesn't just look good on camera at all. Like there's CG parts that are like that's so blatantly CG'd. It's taking you out of the experience. Like it's when people do certain things in there, you're like, if that was to happen to you in real life, like people should be screaming, but it doesn't happen. Like, I thought that was terrible. Like even some of the parts were just like super dumb, super dumb.
I want to jump in again. Yeah, what you're saying about the CG part? See, I don't think the budget is showing. I think they made the movie and it was like, oh, we still got some money left. Let's add slow mo here. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
What about the fire,
bro?
What about the blood?
I didn't think the way the fire looked was bad. I didn't think. No, I feel like
at the end.
Wherever there was fire.
I don't think the fire looked bad. I just feel like the slow mo. Like if they didn't try to slow mo it, it would have looked better. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, did that. Yeah. One thing that comes under production as well. Yeah, bro. This movie is so racially charged, and I'm like, why? Like, why is it so racially charged? Like, the other three Purge movies never really kind of touched on this kind of stuff, innit? Mm-hmm. But in this, like, I felt like it was mad shoehorned in. Like, I felt like, I don't know. Like, I know we was in, where was they? Staten Island?
Staten Island, yeah.
I know there was Staten Island, but I was just like, bruv, I mean, there's white people that live in Staten Island as well, fam. Yeah. But there was none in this movie. Like, all of the Caucasian people in this movie were, like, wearing suits, or the people, or military,
or gimp suits,
or going in to kill people. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, fam, like I don't really get it. And then there's the one scene where they've got the whole guys on the KKK truck, and they slow mo just to make you see that one of them's black. Do you know what I'm saying? Underneath the thing, and I was like there was just bare racial stuff in this movie that I was just like, bruv, like you're not a movie that is so thought-provoking to bring a subject matter like this in. Like, dead that, bruv. Don't do that, fam. Do you get what I'm saying, fam? Like, it was dead. Because, to me, I was looking around, I was like, I swear some other people in here must feel uncomfortable, innit? Because there's mad scenes in this that I'm like...
Yeah, it's suspect.
Yeah, this is suspect, like, do you know what I'm saying? So, that was dead. That was super dead to me, fam. Anyway, sorry, let's move on in here. So wait, we done production. What? So general thoughts on the movie, innit? Like, let's just start wrapping this thing up.
My general thoughts of this movie starts off great, and the whole just showing the side of it, and the whole experiment of the Purge, and there's certain ways they went really well, which was like the way people would react. And one of the sides of it is like, because people usually think that that's how people act in the ends, you know what I mean, in the flats or projects, wherever you're from, wherever you call it.
You're making me imagine.
And then
You're making
when that didn't happen, then now you resolve into a different scenario, you know what I mean? So it was, I'm very conflicted about this movie. I don't know whether the people that were making this, they were conflicted themselves or whether when they were on post-production, but we had a really good opportunity to make this the best Purge, and you completely ruined it.
Fam, bro, I don't know why you're conflicted, fam. This movie's garbage, fam.
I'm conflicted because the movie,
no, fam.
it's the way
You're talking about the premise. No, just the premise.
Yeah, the premise, yeah.
The premise is not the movie, fam.
Bro,
the premise is the idea.
Yeah.
The idea was good. The movie's dead, fam. The movie's got.
I'm not saying the movie's.
No, because you're saying it started off good. It didn't. It was garbage from rip.
To me personally, I bought into the movie at the beginning. I bought into it.
You bought it to yourself, fam. You bought it to what you had in your mind, bruv, not to what they presented you, fam.
Listen, I can only tell you what I was the emotion I was going through at the time, innit? So I bought in until they just, every time they went to the main characters, it was something completely different. But if the camera was on something else, it was okay. As soon as they moved the direction to the spotlight, we're gonna do a bit too much, and you completely failed that. You know what I mean? So
6 months from now, when you watch this review, you're gonna be angry that you're so nice to this movie.
I'm not being nice. I don't think I'm being nice.
You're
like,
being,
I was one of the people laughing, dying at the movie for the atrocious of this movie. I'm being completely honest. It was okay. It was good for me at the beginning, and then it just went completely wrong.
Sam, general thoughts, please.
General thoughts, like Raven said, there was an opportunity and they missed the mark completely. At the beginning, I was trying to buy into any of the characters. I was like, I don't care about you, I don't care about you, I don't care about you. And come to the actual Purging bit, I was like, I don't care what's happening here, I don't care what's happening here, and I don't care what's happening here. So, end of the day, I wasn't invested at all, didn't care about the movie. Next.
This movie's dead, it's inconsistent, there's no character development. The character development that there is reverse character development. There's no there's no consistencies in the characters' choices. The main character, Leon, struggles to fight 2 women in a club earlier in the movie, but later on in the movie he beats up, murders 8 mercenaries like with ease. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, fam, this movie's terrible, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But this movie's not just about what I think, it's about what all 3 of us think. So the official Cyber Nerds rating for the Purge, the first Purge, is a 2 sofas out of 5. Painful.
Very painful, but at the same time, very entertaining. I haven't laughed this much this year in the movie. Or maybe last year. This movie was hilarious, man. I was dying, man.
What Deadpool?
No, not like this, fam. No. I saw Black Rambo, fam.
I give up.
A drug dealer turned into Black Rambo. Yo, fam.
Like, you was John McClane.
Real life.
You was John McClane.
Nah, no way. No, it does not touch what he did. What he did in this movie?
Wear the vest.
No, bro.
To block a flat.
No, bro.
Sorry, I don't want to be in spoilers, but
it's a badness. It's a badness. This, I was dying, man.
It's painful, man. It's painful.
Crazy. Look.
Patreons, look, I'm just going to put it out there. Please, look, man. Please, look. I love you guys. Just suggest a better movie next time, innit? But do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, no, I'm not blaming them because I think the person who actually asked us to review the movie hasn't seen the movie. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think they might just be a friend, a fan of the Purge series, innit? So Patreons. Anyway, like, guys, if you want to request what movies for us to review or what trailers for us to react to, go over to patreon.com/thecybernerd, sign up to one of our tiers, and then ask away, we'll do it, you'll get the video. But anyway, we want to know what you think about the Purge, the first Purge. Have you seen it? Are you going to see it? Let us know in the comment section below. I'm Joe, one further the Cyber Nerds.
And I'm Raven the GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz 10.
And we'll see you on the next movie review. Peace.
I thought it was really entertaining, bro. I was laughing, it was entertaining me.
Bro, that movie was...